Good afternoon once again. It's a beautiful Thursday afternoon here in the Center of Unity, Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria. And we are broadcasting your program, The Polity, live from the Abuja studio of KAFTAN Television. And my name is Dayo, Omoogun. And this afternoon, we will be talking about the ONDO elections, doing just a general preview to look at some of the things surrounding the elections, some of the preparations, the security arrangement and all that, and then maybe we'll take a look at, just make like some guesses, some predictions about what the likely outcome will be. Of course, this is not, it's not divine, it's not as if, it's not like cocksure, but we just take some predictive shots. And with me in the studio this afternoon is Ambassador Moses Kolawole Obisesan. He's a serial entrepreneur and a real estate consultant, as well as a political analyst. He's been here on a number of occasions, and he has added quite some value to our discourse in this program. You're welcome, Ambassador.
Thank you very much for having me here.
It's good to have you once again. And today we're talking about ONDO elections. The last time, I guess, you were also in here when we talked about Edo elections.
Correct.
And now it's ONDO, just the next door neighbor of Edo.
Yep.
Yeah, and they have similar statistics. Their population is over 5 million, just like Edo. ONDO is 5.4 or something, and I think Edo is slightly higher. And then they both have 18 local government areas, and so there are some similarities here and there. They are within the what you would want to call the that's around the mangrove, the swamp, the delta, and all that.
Oil rich.
Oil rich, yes. After all, they're both members of NDDC and all that. Yeah. So, okay, right now we want to be talking about, so what exactly is likely to play out? So far, we have seen some of the security deployments, I mean, the announcement of deployments, and the INEC also has also given a figure to the ad hoc staff that they expect. So we're looking at about 15,500 ad hoc staff by INEC. We're looking at about 12,900 or about 13,000 police deployments, and we're looking at about 6,000 or there about 6,000 deployments by the NSCDC, Nigeria Security Civil Defense and Security Corps, and put that together, we'll come to in the region of about 20,000.
Correct.
I think that's a lot less than what was put out in Edo. Could this be? What do you think? Could this be because of how people reacted to when you had in the Edo elections? You had about 30-something thousand. I think something in the region of about 34,000 or even higher. Yeah. So you think the police? The police. They don't want people like you, analysts, to come on.
Okay. Basically, they must have actually looked at the past elections, and also look at how tough it's gonna be. You see, the Edo election, the sitting governor wants it this way, and the other federal mites want it the other way. So
that is different from
it's different from
scenario.
Right now, the sitting governor wants it for himself.
And also,
now
the federal powers also want what the
want
governor
it
wants
for that same governor.
Right.
So really, it's different. If you look at it properly, it's different from Edo. Edo was supposed to be a more difficult thing to have, and truly it was more difficult.
It was a
whole lot more difficult to be able to have it the way it is right now. To have Monday Opebolo, come on stage. housing the incumbent governor's wish.
Yeah.
You know, and I think the security people, because they analyze, they look at it, look, there might be breakdown of law and order, there could be violence, there could be a whole lot of stuff. So they militarize the entire area. They actually deploy very heavy presence of the military, or I mean of the police, the security apparatus. So that's really what you see there. But here, it's without trying to. The fact, when I say this is going to be a whole lot easier, it doesn't mean that the candidates are less of any quality. They are fantastic. I've listened to both of them.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, there are several candidates.
Oh, sure.
But I'm talking about
in the end.
I'm talking about the focus, the last two.
Yeah.
It could be 2 or 3 Osprey stuff, but basically there are two. About two.
Yeah,
you have that of the PDP, I mean, you have the APC, who is also the incumbent.
Yes.
You know, that's Lucky Obisesan Ayedatiwa. The guy is so blessed by his name. If you ask me, Obisesan, you know, it's Lucky, it's Obisesan, and Ayedatiwa. That means Ayedatiwa. I mean, the Lord blessed us, you know, and all of that. So all of those three is living by that name. But what I'm also seeing right there is that he came at a point where he could put his ground on his feet on ground before the election. His immediate boss Akeredolu died, and he came in. There was a lot of heat for him not to come in, but he came in eventually. And so for me, in fact, they attempted to impeach him before the death of the governor, but the guy really was able to maneuver all through, and he stayed. And so for me, I think it will not be as a very tensed election as Edo. Edo was really very tensed. But ONDO may not be as tense as that. So that's exactly, if you see the deployment of police security, that's what they are looking at. Who is really fighting who? If you also see the gentleman, you know, that's Agbola Ajayi, fantastic gentleman who actually is standing in for PDP. You know, you listen to him. Whether by stroke of luck, he was also former deputy governor. Deputy governor. So it's actually a fight between two deputy governors. But one of them has gone beyond being a deputy governor, but he's substantive governor. And you can't, he has the apparatus of the state. It's a big edge. It's not just an edge, it's a big edge. That he has the apparatus of the state in his hands. That's why if you listen to some of their discussions, this one is accusing the state fund being used here and there. No, I'm not using any state fund. I'm just doing what needs to be done and all of that. So for me, it's an interesting stuff. You know, the both guys are good, but I can tell you, you know, by the power of incumbency, the APC will likely take the day. All right, okay. Now, but let's still stay with the deployments and the comparison between Edo and ONDO. When having looked at, I like the angle from which you did your analysis just now, but it is also well known that ONDO used to be one very hotbed of political violence in times past. In the days of Akin Omoogun, Adekunle Ajasin, and then right down to the Olusegun Agagu, and then Olusegun Mimiko, and all that. So, but again, like you said, I think that all that has come down very substantially. Because the ONDO of the times past would even have needed, in spite of being, would even have needed more security personnel in the days when, if it was in the days of the Omoogun debacle and all that. But thank God, that's behind us now. So, like you said, it might just be true that the police really do some very critical analysis of the task ahead to be able to decide on how much presence they want to put on ground. Well, in any case, for a population of about 5 million, I don't think that
20,000 police is choking, is suffocating. But again, you must add that to whatever was on ground originally.
Correct.
So maybe by the time you do that, probably you'll be talking in the region of like much more, maybe double. Yeah. So, but even then, even if you have 40,000 policemen to a population of 5-point-something million, I don't think it's too much.
Even the police that is being deployed, they are for election.
For election,
and
I know.
It's not 5 million that are voting.
Exactly. No.
You now must understand how many voters picked up their PVC, how many are being expected at the various polling units.
Exactly.
Those are the people that this 20,000 is for.
Exactly.
I can tell you that
but in the process,
it's very adequate.
Yes.
I know. In the process,
if something breaks down
I'm telling you that things that will break down will be around the polling unit. It's not going to break down in the house. The man who is in his village, at his farm and all of that, he's not going to do any violence. He's just going to follow his economic, whatever.
Pursuit.
So this 20,000 is actually directed. They have specifications. A few who are not carrying arms will be at the polling unit. In a circle of it, at certain radius, you're going to have those who are carrying arms. Then at the street, at the major roads, maybe federal road and state road, you can actually have you can have the stop and check of the military and all of that, just in case that so that they can actually ensure there is no moving in from state, across state and all of that. For me, basically, I don't see any issue about security that cannot be nipped, by the security architecture that's already on ground. I don't think so.
Great. Yeah,
maybe also they are more gentlemen. Now stop bringing people to the bar. You are bringing more video. We want to see that kind of thing now. Right now people are more refined. They realize that election will be war now. Come on, those days.
We need to keep preaching that, because in some small corners, people still believe that the election is do or die. I
love, when Jonathan came with his policy and he said, look, my ambition doesn't worth the blood of any Nigerian.
It's one of the
biggest talk to say
for forever.
Because he's just telling you, what, guys, why should I kill for me to become president?
Or why should you die
for me? It's a major story, and that is a line that keep reverberating to say
all the time.
Come on, man, can you guys take it easy? Because after the election, I'm going to embrace whoever wins.
That's it.
Kill yourself because
for nothing in the end.
And if there's anything again, he has done his first time. If he needs to come back again, that's the Jonathan, and he will still be alive to come back again.
Exactly. And so
why should if really you want to serve, why do you want to die? Why do you want to kill people to serve?
So who would you now rule over?
Why do you say it must be war, everything? No. So I think we're getting there gradually. Maybe we expected to have moved faster, but really our election is getting a little better in certain areas, not in all areas. There's still a lot more to be refined by our electoral laws and all of that, so that you can predict exactly how things should go. You understand what I'm saying? So that it's not ambiguous. People are not sure. Are you supposed to transmit? Are you supposed to get IRF to do what? All of those. Yes, they really need to make it clear. It needs to be very clear.
Exactly.
That look, this is the process, so that we can now hold the election umpire accountable.
Exactly.
But right now, you have them and they say no. The law didn't tell us to do that one.
So we're talking about you made some references a while ago. So let's look at that angle and look at the level of expected level of participation. You have 2,053,000 registered voters, and out of these 2,053,000 plus registered voters, you have 1,750,000 something thousand who have collected their PVCs.
Correct.
And I think that's a good outing.
Beautiful.
It's a good outing. Of course, it's more than 50%, far more than 50%. In fact, you'll be talking about like 70 something percent. Exactly. So that's a good one. But the point now will be
those who will vote.
Who will
come out to vote?
Out of the one.
Because people collect that PVC just for the identification.
Exactly.
In case the governor comes tomorrow and he says, those who didn't collect me, I have my PVC. But voting is a different ballgame. But I want to encourage them. That, you know what? For your civic responsibility, go vote. Don't allow, out of 1.7, don't hear tomorrow that those who actually voted the governor that is now, leading you is just 100,000. It doesn't make sense. Let it be the overwhelming majority of this 1.7. So if, for instance, they say 1.7, 1 million people voted, then we know that why you have
1.2.
Yeah, I'm just showing up. Whatever. Once it's a million plus, it shows critical size. It's about 60-something% of those who actually have their PVC. But I don't want after the election we're seeing 200 and something thousand. Come on, because we've seen some election very massive people collect PVCs and people will not come out for what? This election, I can tell you from our own little analysis, from what we see, it's going to be peaceful. Just go out and vote. Just go out there and vote. You shouldn't hold back.
So ONDO people, just go out and vote. From all indications, it's going to be largely peaceful. And there are nothing really troubling, nothing really fearful. So please take advantage of this opportunity to be one of the persons who make that decision of who eventually becomes a governor. And then we're also there are issues again. This has become like a recurring decimal. There have been one or two talks about the fact that there are things being put in place to ensure that there's vote buying. And I don't know, how do we overcome the challenge of vote buying? Can't we just, position ourselves as political parties? This is what we stand for. These are the things we intend to do, and then leave it at that, and let people be convinced out of their own convictions, go and make the decision as to who to vote. Why must there be that complement of stuff? If it's not money, then it's some gari, it's some rice, it's some whatever. It sounds crude. It sounds very.
Well, what I would say about vote buying, I think, is something that with time, as we get it very well with our process, it will fizzle out. But it's not something that you can expect that the way you are advocating it can't work that way. It's not that one political party will just stand up, APC will just come up now and say, okay, you know what, in our party, we're not going to do vote buying.
So why not?
No, because if I don't and my opponent does, then he has an advantage over me. Because you see, unfortunately, the larger majority of this country are still poor. Pretty poor, that 5,000, 10,000 will swing them to the other side. Now, if we know that the electoral process has been done so watertight that it is almost impossible for you to even know who I vote, I have voted during the voting and all of that, because we must find a way to make it watertight. Then I know, then you now go after each of the party. It's not one party. If what you're waiting for is for one party to come and say, you know what, Peter said, we don't give shishi, then you will not win a certain election. It's a beautiful thing to say we don't give shishi, to people, but you don't. It doesn't start and end there. You must go further to say, let us say this election generally nobody will give shishi. Then you're good. But it's not for you.
But if some people are going to give shishi
and you don't give, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be unfortunate. I'm not supporting bringing money, but I'm saying we got to bring a system that will make every participant not to be able to give shishi. That's only when the preaching of no money, no vote buying will work. But if it is just one party that pride itself, I say, look at what Olumide Apata did and whatever. Olumide, it's the young man, but he said he was overwhelmed by the kind of money that was changing, and he doesn't have such money. He's a young man, just finished. You understand what I'm saying? During the Edo, he couldn't go far. he couldn't go far. It's not because it's an asset in terms of quality of stuff. So what I see is, it is not only enough for you to expect it from a political party.
From all the political parties.
It's not from the political party. That's why it needs to be from the INEC.
Okay, so
INEC must be able to
criminalize. Maybe we should criminalize the practice.
Correct. The person to criminalize is not going to be political party.
Sure,
it's going to be INEC and is the electoral umpire.
The electoral law.
Yes, we must be able to do it in such a way that it's almost impossible for you to bring in stuff. And look at JAM. Before, people will just somebody will just stay behind this thing, jump into the exam hall, write for you, jump out, people will come and sit down and do all of that. But when you now have people who are clamping down seriously, and when they pick one person, they make a mess of him, and you realize that gradually,
again, technology has been so much involved now that
and I can tell you that technology can also be
exactly.
So I'm challenging. I'm using this to challenge the electoral umpire that make the money aspect of our election to fizzle out. Let us be able to have election that people are not paying for each of the votes. And that can only, it's not the job. What you are asking for is not the job of the political party. If the political party realize that, look, the game is over, they will, everybody will take dress. In fact, they will join INEC to police the other side. Each person now will join, the smaller organization will join to be on the lookout and say, this person did that, but when they realize that likely it's
the same thing.
Same thing, so everybody, so it will not be highest bidder. And we can't continue that way. Then in our election is still purchased.
Exactly.
So it means that the government
the highest bidder
bought the seat.
Yeah, that's it.
Then
and you can't expect service.
No, you can't expect service. The guy, first of all, when he gets there, he's looking at how to pay back the money. Sure. If, for instance, he's going to borrow 10, 20 billion or whatever he has spent to come in there, whether you like it or not, the state's fund will be taken to pay back that sure. Because it's like loan. Even when people say Godfather pays for whatever, that's why you see Godfather will still stay back and say, hey, do it as a contract, give this road contract, give that contract to us so that I can recoup my money. And then you now see inflated contract. So it is still the people that will pay for it. They give it from here, but they take it back in many folds from the other side.
So that's quite interesting. So the word going out there is that even now I think it's a criminal act, but I think that it is enforcement. It's ensuring that these things do not happen. That is the real problem. I think that the security forces must really come to terms with the fact that this is an anathema to good elections, and elections are at the core of democracy, and if we do not get elections right, our democracy is wobbly, good governance is difficult to deliver and all that. Until we all embrace that, we might not be able to really stand up to what is required at a time like this, and that is something that all of us must put our hands and our heads together to ensure is achieved.
I also want to tell INEC to look in the direction of technology. All of these things can be
exactly so that in fact, it's not when technology is brought in, we don't all have to mask.
Look at what happened in America. Even football. Football before, initially you have just the referee running right, left, and center referee. But after they just put VAR, and that you just tell the guy will say no, that's not correct. They will reverse even what has been said. Ditto for this election. If we have just a few technological gadgets here and there, they will be able to act to a large extent, limit
some of these things,
some of this stuff, so that it's not so
and then make it in fact a lot easier to vote. I mean, look at if we copy it from America, then there are some details in their script that we also need to copy. For example, they get voting started many days before the original, the real vote election day, which means that a whole lot of the people are already voted. Correct. They don't have to come out. They can vote from the comfort of their homes and all that. Some of them vote and go and put it in the post and send it to. I mean, so we must begin to toe those kind of lines, because even massing up together in those kind of large numbers, once you create a stampede, then
because it's like creating a rush for whatever. No, if it is seamless, if you can disperse it, if it is not so, you know, all jam packed and all that, then we can be getting close to having that.
So now let's look at the strength of the candidates. You touched on it briefly before now, but let's look at it again. In the first instance, I do not know how Agboala Ajayi would have been feeling since late last year when Akeredolu died, because it would just have been automatically his portion to continue from where Akeredolu would have left. There would probably have been some pang of regrets here and there, but all that is history now. So what? And like,
how do you mean that if Akeredolu is around, it will just be
if you didn't get that, I'm saying if
both parties will just be two of them will be deputy governor.
If Agboala was still Agboala was deputy to
Akeredolu, and then he was also Obisesan also become deputy governor in the second.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if they had not fallen out, if they had not fallen out, what it would have meant would have been a seamless transfer of power to him. He would have been the sitting governor right now.
That's even seamless. This look, let me even tell you. There's a guy that there's somebody that I know that if Akeredolu never died, he would have been one of the biggest lion in terms of in the space of
right now
contest currently. That's Senator Jimoh Ibrahim.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you, because I know that he was really big on his side, but the death of Akeredolu cut short that. You know, because you must understand that before, a deputy governor can't stand so much places. It wasn't. People were not looking Oridatiwa's direction. Ayedatiwa's direction. They were just looking. Okay, the governor is there. These are the big senators, and who are actually. Who are really the big dogs, the big names right there. But the death of this one elevated this guy, and then pitched both, against each other and all of that. And then this guy had to just, after a while, had to rest his case, because once APC picked Ayedatiwa against Jimoh Ibrahim, then the course became clearer and all of that. The point I'm just trying to say is that that may have not brought up Ayedatiwa, but it could have actually allowed someone else to really do that. And I can tell you that Jimoh Ibrahim is also not going to be. It wouldn't have been an easy ride anytime.
Yeah, sure. But again, I think that a lot of the influence of Jimoh Ibrahim over the years now has quite whittled down. Again, I think that there was some level of miscalculation when he messed up the PDP waters before he moved on to APC, because that also, in the first instance, was part of what gave some edge to Akeredolu in coming into power at the time. Because from all the analysis at that time, they were at par. Akeredolu and what's this barrister's name now that was standing in for PDP at the time? This suave-looking, very the name is not coming now. But before then, there were all kinds of things that had happened to put the strength, or to cripple the strength of PDP. And I think that also in some way also impacted negatively on Jimoh Ibrahim's clout, because again he went with the baggage of he had messed up his party. Whether you like it or not, these things they count in the count, because it will look as if you have turned your back on the place you actually belong to. What is it you're going to do here? And in any case, you will now be a newcomer in this setting. There are people who have been landlords, quote and unquote, in this place, and then you will need a whole lot of work to do.
Politics is just sometimes it's a very thin line between success and
failure. Of course, yes.
I can tell you that if you see Obaseki jumped from a party and came here and picked the ticket of the party.
Yeah, he did. Yes.
So anybody can.
But don't forget, part of it was that he was also the incumbent governor. So that party that was giving him the platform also knew they had something to reap. They had a huge advantage of the office that he was occupying, and that's part of what helped him. And don't forget, at that time he was still quite so many people were amenable to him, including people like Wike at the time. If he had tried it now, most likely he would have had it. If he was just going for the second term now, 10 years.
Politics is a lot of calculations, a lot of dynamics. I would just say you require two things majorly to succeed in politics. You require that you are a good candidate yourself.
Yes.
Then you require a good platform.
Yes.
Once those two are in place, to a large extent, you're good to go. Now, yourself, you need to look, what if myself and those who were contesting, how do I fare? Am I at par with all of them? Or am I a little higher or something? Then when you're done, check your party. Is your party at par? Because the party is just like microphone. Anything you're saying will be amplified by the party. If you now have
the party has no capacity to amplify,
they're not going to hear you.
Yeah, that's
if I want to speak, I mean, this
even as we speak now, we have 17 parties in this election.
But we're talking about just two. So because once the party is not strong enough, even your little strength will not be amplified and will not be heard. So your voice will just diminish and then it will just be hanging in there. So for me, I think lucky that you are so in love with this. The day I realized when I saw it, around the time that he was coming to office, I said, look at this guy with three names that gives him luck, and all of that. But basically, again, beyond just his name, he has shown some sagacity, he's been able to maneuver the murky water. He didn't get to become the current governor easily. No. There was a time that I thought that they stamped him out. There was a lot of opposition. There was a signing deal. They want to impeach. He will run here. He will come back.
Even women. Maybe his home was. I mean.
So for me, because I watched it, I said, "Well, this guy tried. He tried to have been able to really survive." Because look at even Shuaibu too. Deputy governor. They removed him. He came back. And so it's challenging when the incumbent doesn't want the deputy governor. And as at that time, people couldn't really.
And chances are, if Akeredolu were alive, like I think that's what you tried to say before now. If Akeredolu were alive, chances are he would not have given it. He would not have handed over to Ayedatiwa.
Most likely. Most of them, the deputy governor, I don't know why, the governors and their deputy, they fall out of love in a short while. They might just say, okay, you know what, just be my deputy for 4 years. And that's our arrangement. Don't try to go for second time. Just 4 years this time, and that's fine. I pick another, just like an appointee. They want to do a deputy governor, and that's why I love what Shuaibu said he's trying to do. He took the matter to court and he won. I love that. And then he's saying, look, you know what, I'm galvanizing. I want to be able to strengthen the office of the deputy.
It's
a good one, because that would defeat our democracy.
Specific functions should be
allocated to deputy governor, so that you're not using.
He said it here too.
Yes, now you don't use them like spare tire and dump them. They have joint ticket with you. Now, if you will not, and you have exposed them, they know your weaknesses. They know
what's going on.
It's like a husband and a wife. Let people be preaching is holier than thou outside. He knows you inside. So when you now don't give him such you know, when you don't accord him that respect and all of that, it feels like, man, this is painful.
Yeah,
even when I know that even you, we covered all of your dirty, I mean, your wrong past, and then you're going away. The best you can do is to bring someone who was just a commissioner or somebody there to come and just lord it over me. Because again, the moment a deputy governor cannot be a governor, his political whatever is finished. Because you know what? He cannot be a commissioner in that state anymore. No, he's gone beyond. This is a demotion. He's not even looking at. It's a demotion. You know. So the only thing they can do, maybe sometimes some of them may just say, "I want to become senator." I mean, to become senator. But a lot of time, senator is like when you finish working after retirement, you want to go and sit in the Senate.
True, but as far as I'm concerned, I think that Nigerian politicians don't have those compunctions. You see how a former governor wants to become a senator wants to become a governor, and sometimes they are ready to, from that position, they don't even mind becoming Oba of a town or whatever. I think that some people are just, they are stuck on political office, anything that they can have some perks of office. So and that for me, I think that that's unfortunate. You have become a minister, you have become a senator, or you have become a governor, and then you become a senator. Many times there's no moral, there's no it's like, just give me an office, let me just get an office. And I think that it really says so much for me negatively about who they are, because in the end what it looks like is just give me something to chop. And I think that
if you call it something to chop, but I would rather see it like, keep me warm, don't let me go cold. What does
who says
me warm?
How can't you remain warm by being a political enthusiast, by coming on shows like this to release? Okay, you are a politician, and giving out ideas as to how politics should be run. Can't you keep warm that way? Can't you write books? Can't you, unfortunately, set up research centers where some of these political researches can be carried out? Can't you mentor young people in politics? There are several ways, but the one thread in all of this is that they just, where can I get some food? Where can I get some free vehicle, free driver, free people to work with me, and free office? I think basically that's what it's really.
You are right in one angle from that end, but let me just share my own whatever. 2019, I want to become House of Rep member, but you know, it's not enough that you're good. Your party must be, you must get the right party. Now, if the party will not pick me, PDP, you know, will not feature me at the end. I mean, there's actually a current guy who is actually running that office. Kolawole is there, and so I couldn't get I couldn't pick it. You understand what I'm saying? So, for me, after then, I said, okay, I'm done with House of Reps. Now, I said the next shot will be a Senate. Now, if I can't get Senate, the next shot, governor, next shot. Look, if you're not a full-time politician, you will not have a do-or-die spirit.
Exactly.
Now, there are some persons, all they know is politics. From ground zero. They started as councillors. When they finish being a councillor, they want to go for House of Assembly. When they finish as a House of Assembly, they want to become chairman local government. After finishing chairman local government, you want to become House of Reps. After House of Reps, you want to become senator. You see, some just want to, and anytime they don't get any of that, they want appointment.
Exactly.
Anytime they don't get that, they
just must be within the.
Now, yes, they feel that is the cheapest. Actually, it's one of the cheapest way to keep warm
or to make money.
Well,
in Africa,
in Nigeria, I know, to make money, but I'm only saying also that if this is what you do for full time, then you want to make money there anyhow. You see, until we change our electoral system, I love some proponents of saying, look, let's change this presidential style of government and let us have the
unicameral parliamentary system.
The parliamentary system. Let's have parliamentary system. I think parliamentary will cut everybody to size. If you don't have anything to deliver, they throw you out. I mean, you're unable to stay there. But presidential is too big. It's just fat cow.
No, I think that we're the ones who have inflated the presidential system on our own. Because who says that you cannot have National Assembly members who work on part-time and who get only allowances? But you and I know that right now a senator earns about 14 million naira every month. That's huge. Beyond whatsoever.
Beyond that, yeah.
There are several other opportunities.
Yeah.
So that is the real problem. Because for me, I believe that the presidential system that we currently operate helps in representation. If you do the parliamentary system, chances are that you won't have a Akoko Edo federal constituency or whatever. There will be several places that will be lost under the radar. So I prefer a situation where we can really represent our people to the most manageable size possible
in terms of cost.
In terms of cost,
yeah.
But then you can be sure that I can relate with somebody who's there for me.
Yeah,
I think that's critical for me.
So maybe we should scrap bicameral, and then so that we can have unicameral legislative house. That's number one. Then secondly, we can also find a way to make it part-time. Yeah.
No, I'm saying that let's retain the bicameral.
Whoa.
Yes, let's retain yes. Because if you did only the unicameral and you had only the Senate, for example.
No. I was thinking we're going to have only House of Reps. Why should we have the Senate? Why should we be Senate?
Okay, because you only have 109.
What we should just do is also that if you have House of Reps, I believe it is only Senate. Then
the representation will be
yes. Okay, but 3 senatorial seats in a state. What more do you need? If 3 people are representing a state, a governor is standing there. 3 people are 3 senatorial districts. Now, after they are chairman local government. So each of the senatorial districts will probably have like 5 to 10 local government under them, and then each of the local government has got the wards under them. It's even okay. I don't know. I don't think we even need more than that. One person can preside over 5 or 10 heads.
We just Ambassador, we'll just take a breather right now, and when we get back, we'll put on the phone lines so that our people can reach out and make their own contributions. Of course, you remember the number remains 08029938365. And after this break, you get ready to be part of this discourse.
Watch out for a glorious moment on television. It's the Heavenly Life with Pastor Sam Praise Itomo, live on KAFTAN Television, Startimes channel, 480 DTAH, 124 DTT, and NIGCOMSAT, frequency 12518, free to air. Every Sunday, 6 to 6:45 p.m. with live calls on the program. You are in for an unforgettable encounter on television. The Heavenly Life with Pastor Sam Praise Itomo. Expect the special touch of God in your life. You can call into the program on 0901 133 5329 or WhatsApp. Coming to you, courtesy of Prince City Garden Ministries International, Ministers Hill, Maitama, Abuja. It's the Heavenly Life with Pastor Sam Praise Itomo. It's the best life. Hallelujah! Watch out for a glorious moment on television. It's the Heavenly Life with Pastor Sam Praise Itomo, live on KAFTAN Television, Startimes channel.
While wrapping up the day, unwind with the reminiscence of the day's news from home and abroad with KAFTANTV 7 p.m. News.
Good to have you join us on KAFTAN News at 7.
Are living in up to 5%. Are young people. We propose the Harmony Symphony.
It's good to have you join us on KAFTANTV News at 7.
We found that the general pass is not actually sufficient.
National, foreign news headlines, Get balanced, accurate facts on the latest news in business, politics, entertainment, sports, and more. Live from our studios.
Many thanks for watching. Join us again at 9 p.m.
KAFTANTV News.
In the beginning, God created a beautiful world.
3, 2, 1. Action.
And that's why, at KAFTAN Television,
We imagine a beautiful world.
We are not just bragging.
We blaze the trail in broadcasting. And it is about you.
At KAFTAN TV, broadcasting is not just about information, education, and entertainment.
It's an aggregation of all you need to know in Nigeria
And around the world to create signal.
At KAFTAN Television, we have all it takes to be on top in broadcasting.
Our mission is simple: to project Africa in a truthful yet positive manner.
Wait, we're coming to you in style.
Here we are, starting from September.
Look at what the facts are.
And as you say on KAFTAN TV, imagine a beautiful world.
You're welcome back. You're still on to the Polity, coming to you live from Abuja studios of KAFTAN Television. And my name is still Dayo, Omoogun. And we've been talking about the ONDO elections and doing a general preview. And my guest is Ambassador Moses Kolawole Obisesan. Been doing quite some justice to the issues thus far. And we want to invite you to be a part of this. Please do call the number on your screen. It's 0802 9938 and 365. Let's do this together. Thank you. Now, so maybe I should put this question point blank. Which party do you see winning the elections on?
Okay. First of all, let me say that I love the contest between the top three parties.
If you don't mind, let's quickly take this.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, we can hear you. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Okay, my name is Suti and I'm coming from Benue.
All right, so let's have your contribution quickly.
Okay, sir. So when is the ONDO election coming up?
Wow, really?
This Saturday.
Well, this Saturday, 2 days from now.
Okay, sir. Okay. Yes, can I ask you a question?
What's the question?
Okay, how can I join Polity?
How? You already joined now by calling on to the show. Or I don't understand how you mean.
No. You should just go to his ward and go and register with a party. That's all.
Like to vote.
How can you join? Is it politics here?
Politics, yes.
Oh, politics. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Yeah.
Go to your ward, the ward level of your party, and try and register with them. Yeah. I think that's the most basic first step. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. In your ward, you see each of those political party. They want anyone that you love, they join them from that point. That's your most effective way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right. Bye bye.
Okay. Have a nice
Bye-bye. So, he wants to know how to join politics, okay?
Yeah.
I hope we have answered him.
Yeah, sure.
And we expect more calls right now, 0802993835. So, I was asking that which party do you think will come tops?
Okay, the first thing I want to encourage what I'm saying, where you don't have one. I don't want us to drift into one party state.
Yeah, sure. After this. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
Yes. Good afternoon, Mr. Dayo. Imagine a beautiful world.
KAFTANTV. Dudu, you're welcome.
Yes, Dudu, calling from Crossriver State.
Yeah, go on. This time you have exactly 1 minute, so you must compress your thoughts. Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, clear.
Okay. Thank you so much. A topic of discussion: upcoming ONDO GUBER polls, general preview. Oh, you can hear me?
Yeah, we're with you.
Yes. Thank you so much for this wonderful topic. Generally, election is supposed to be a tool of testing credibility, popularity, acceptability, integrity, and competence. But to a very large extent, this has been eroded completely because of what we are seeing in Nigeria. Nigeria is a giant of Africa, and get it right. If the electoral umpire wants to do the needful. If you look at what is happening, the concept of saying collecting or advising electorate, in most cases that they should collect the money and vote according to their conscience, is not a good idea because you are advising them, and that is where money bags come in. The highest bidder will now come. If you are giving 10,000, another person very huge financial muscle will come and say it's offering 15,000 naira. Then on this note, you will be tempted to collect the one that offer you higher amount. So INEC should look into this. The most over-electoralization of our election, as it's coming up in ONDO, we learned about 30,000 policemen are deployed already to the states.
30? No, the report I have has about total about 20,000.
Yeah.
Okay, 20,000.
Yeah.
That is on a huge side. It's not a good development. INEC should do that. We need those security personnel on the forefront of where we have insecurity. The election is supposed to be a civil process. And on this note, INEC should try to imbibe by this. Then, one factor again I want to stress on, the factor of the deputy governor and the godfatherism factor, which you actually say something about. Truly speaking, if only the late governor is still alive or is still currently on seat, I doubt if this man, Ayedikiwa, would have been given the tickets. That factor is very clear. And why is it always like that? We should ask this question. You discover that most of the governors, as you have said, at the first 4 years after they have finished the first 4 years, they wouldn't want their deputy to come back. Because of what? They have interest on who they will project to actually succeed them. So if you ask me, and they say, because most of them have a lot of baggage, so they think that the deputy is not a good material for that. They will bring, and can you hear me?
Go on, but you should be rounding up right now. You should be rounding up right now.
They will bring in a different person to come and take over from them. But it's not a good development. So, this also is a very big factor. But I pray that this man is actually consolidating and he will correct some things as he's there. I know there are a lot of desperation. The victory we cannot determine. But the contest is going to be a very wonderful contest between, most especially the embattled deputy governor, Agbola, and the editor of the APC. We cannot determine the winner. But I pray that the ONDO people should do the needful. They should vote the right candidate. They should vote for the prosperity of the They should vote for the prosperity of their children.
You already.
Thank you so much. Let's go to the calling program.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon or rather good day.
Whichever one is acceptable. Yeah.
Okay, I'm Raymond calling from Jos.
All right. I hope I hear that Jos is very cold right now. I hope you are well dressed to cope with the coldness. Yeah.
I'm inside the house now.
Oh wow. Near the fireplace. Go ahead, Raymond, quickly.
Please, I only have one problem with Nigeria politics, most especially the INEC. You see, during election period like this, INEC should sensitize the citizens. So these politicians should not sit there with money or rights or this peanut something. And sensitize them to ask the contestants, what are you offering us? Not, accepting money. You see, why we're in this mess of kind of politics in this part of this country is because 70% of the citizens they are not literate when it comes to politics. You see, why Donald Trump won the election of the United States is because of the policy or the program he had or wished for his country. You see, most of these people, they don't have good agenda for us. All they know about is, to share money, share rice, and, since poverty is the order of the day, we accept it and vote for these people, in fact, to the extent help them to rig election. You see, ONDO elections should be a different game. Let us focus on these two major parties, the PDP and the APC. Let's try somebody else. Let's see how it works.
All right.
Because if you check these two major parties, it is being cycled. It is same people, cycling themselves from this party to this party, this party to this party. Let's try something else. Let INEC educate us on elections issues. Let INEC educate us on.
All right, now you're going back and repeating what you've said already. You've made your point, Raymond, very well made. We'll need to leave it here now so we can allow some other persons. So thank you so very much. Enjoy the rest of the day. So he's talking about.
Straight shot.
Exactly.
I know is a fight between PDP and APC.
Clearly, yeah.
Clearly, and the two candidates are fantastic people. I've listened to them, great guys, and all that. And like usually I would say, let the best guy win.
Sure.
But I can tell you, because of the strength of incumbency and all the paraphernalia of that office, it will be. I can almost determine that 60-something% Ayedatiwa will take it.
All right, let's hear what this person has to say. Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, my brother. How are you doing today?
I'm very fine, sir.
So where are you calling from and what's your name?
Sir, I am by name James. I'm the brother to the first caller.
Oh, okay. Can we do this? Can we just go straight to what you want to talk about?
Sir, I'm a student and I'm confused. I want to ask you a question, sir.
No, I don't. We have a specific topic for discussion we're doing right now, and I'd appreciate if we can just focus on it.
It's about the ONDO governor's election.
Yes.
All right. Now, so because we have limited time, so you believe that is almost a straight win?
Yeah, it will be almost impossible for the other guy to pick it. And I tell you, Ayedatiwa will coast home to victory.
Never say never.
No, it's not whether never say never. It is for you to look at what, you check the past, you look at the present to be able to predict the future. That's the way it is. There's no reinvention.
Hello. Hello. Oh, it's gone. We lost it.
Because I told you initially, first you need a good product. It's not. He has proven not to be a bad product.
Yeah.
Secondly, you need a great party.
Yes.
He has a great party. Third, is incumbent. There are three things that are working.
And then maybe you just don't want to add that. There is whether you like it, support from
hello, sir.
From the center.
That
hello.
Yeah. Good afternoon, sir.
Good
Once again.
Yes.
Sir.
Go on. Okay, so basically he has the center. Center is giving him almighty support. He has the state machinery. You understand, the APC, who is actually in the state currently. He is the incumbent. Then of course he could deliver. You see, I've seen a governor who I will say that he wasn't really the best product or material.
Hello.
So my question goes like this, sir. Sir, why is it that this ONDO governor selection is different from other governor selection that took place last year?
How is it different? You must tell us how it is different first of all, so before we can know what you exactly mean.
Like the time frame, like they used to do, they did the other governor selection together, and this one it is only.
Yeah, we have a number of off-cycle elections. We call them off-cycle elections, which do not come during the general elections, like we had in 2023 last year, because of certain things that have happened in the political space. Just like you had in Edo, there was a time when some governor was sworn in, but somebody went to court, and after the court made a declaration, they had to swear in somebody else, and from that point his own tenure began to count, and it was Oshomole. Yeah, his own tenure, rather than count from the normal 1st October or something, May 29, his election started counting from the date judgment was given at the court.
Correct.
And this is the case not only in Edo, in ONDO, yeah, and then a few other states like that. Yeah. So that's why it is so, my brother.
Okay, thank you, sir. So I'm for you.
Thank you very much.
Let me sing for you, sir.
You say what?
I'm happy. Thank you, sir. I want to sing for you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak on TV.
Okay.
He said he wanted to sing for you. This guy is a clown, right?
Yeah,
so several things are working together in his favor, honestly. And so for me, if anything changes from this, I've just told you 60, that you are 30 max for this other guy. The other guys share the 10. That's what I see. So
the other guys share the 10.
Yeah, the other guys share the 10. That's the way it is. Usually,
hello, good afternoon.
Yeah. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Hello. Good afternoon.
You are not helping yourself by the loud volume of your TV set.
Are you hearing me?
Cut down the volume of your TV set and let's have a deal. Let's have a ball, right? Yeah, you can do it now. Yeah, so we should be bringing this to a close in a few minutes, and if you're going to call, you have like 3-4 minutes to do this, and then we will bring this session to a close. And so you put your dollar on.
Yeah, I can stick a bet on it. Either two I will win.
All right.
You will win.
It will be a clear win.
Very clear win. It's not that they are no. It's a very clear win. Correct.
And it's not as if anything will be done.
No, they don't need anything. Even look at their campaign. Look, the vice president is there, governors are there. He was jumping. How many persons?
They are not involved in voting. Are those?
No. He's not being involved in voting. Each person you see will canvass others.
Hello, good afternoon. Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah. So tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm Joseph from Consular.
Okay. We're listening.
I appreciate your improved. Please keep it up.
Thank you.
Keep it up, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you. I guess we can take one or two more. Hello.
Hello, moderator.
Yeah, good afternoon, my brother. How are you doing?
Good afternoon. How are you?
Fine, thank you. And you?
I'm speaking from it.
Okay, you're welcome. How's it today?
I watch your program.
Yeah.
But I have now one question. And I have interest on that question.
On what?
You have demand.
Okay, question. Yes, yes.
Which is coming up on Saturday.
Yes.
Who is going to win?
Yeah. And he gave his answer.
Luckily, I was in Akure today.
Okay.
So, all the things, at least I enter almost 4 or 5 things. I have people, they all know them. So all of them have complained that, oh, I need that one. I even surprised, why is it I need that one? So all of them, they are going for I need that one. I'm not from those data communities. So I just arrived in the city now.
All right.
So proud to have spent about 4 or 5 hours in Akure town today.
Okay.
So the people are now saying, All
right.
Where they are going on Saturday. That man cannot give you, because it's not from Ondo State. He's in Abuja, so he cannot give you what is going on in
But what he said is exactly what you're saying. What he said.
If you want to get there very well, when you end up public agency,
well, with you.
You know what is going on in Akure.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So people don't understand that. Some of us analysts, there's a whole lot that we check.
Yes,
we listen.
Information
yes, information is everywhere. I don't have to be in it. Dude that is on ground.
Yes,
but I told you, I said it's going to be a very clear win. It's clear.
It's going to be all that you
want. It's not all that you want. I'm not for his party or against his party, but I'm just giving you the analysis as it is today. Well, and that's exactly what he said. He said the 4 or 5 people, the taxi that he entered, all of them said that he that one. So
all right. So,
that's the way it is.
Okay, we're just doing analysis here.
Yeah.
We don't have it's not as if we have any results or
at all.
That we're not campaigning for any of the candidates. We're just putting the issues on the basis of the information that's out there that anybody can sit down and plot and get a prediction out of. And so at this point, I would ask my guest to give his last line so we can close this session.
Basically, I want to plead with INEC to make it a very free and fair election. That they should monitor all that needs to be, so that we can keep improving on the credibility of our elections. I want to tell the people of Ondo State, please go out in mass. We already have 1.7 million people picked their PVC. Please go vote. It's your civic right. Be able to say I was part of the person who brought this in. And then finally, I want to tell the political parties to let's take it easy. Do not kill and maim because you want to rule the state. If really you want to serve, it should not be a do or die affair. Let's have beautiful elections. Let the best man win, and prayerfully let the person serve the people, diligently, so that we can have our states to become our states should be viable. It's painful when you hear that several states in Nigeria are not viable if they are not sharing allocation. I want people who roll their sleeves after they win the election and get down to work. And so
make a whole lot of difference.
Correct.
Yeah. So this is where we're going to leave it. I also would add my voice. Ondo people, go and vote. Make sure that your vote counts, and make sure that you're not involved in any violent activity. And as much as possible, vote your conviction. That's it. Vote your conviction. We will, the poverty has not changed even since we've been subverting our conviction for money. So I mean, the final word will just be, please vote your conviction. Thank you for being out there. Thank you for watching KAFTAN TV and the Polity, and thank you for making calls onto the show. Thank you for inviting others to watch with you. I also want to thank particularly my team of production staff, Bright and everyone there. Thank you so much, Emmanuel and everyone. Thank you very much. And thank you, my dear guest. I must also say thank you to the producer, and thank you, my dear guest. And when we need you again, please make yourself available.
Sure.
In fact, if you don't, we will. Thanks for coming.
My pleasure.
And so at this point, we just got to go.